Stand to your feet and help me welcome Marcus D. Wiley.
Yeah. All right. Hey, they learn fast. Go ahead, come on, sit on down. They learn fast learn. First of all, let me start with this money. Look at this money up here. Come on now, can I touch it? Is this y'all city? Is that the Queen City or is that somewhere else? What is y'all doing? Come on, because I ain't never seen it like that from my hotel room. It is really lit up. What's up, Have Life? Oh, what's going on, man? To Pastor Show and Pastor Jackie, and appreciate you all. Always. And to the entire staff and all that good stuff. I'm telling you, I was on my live a few minutes ago just bragging, about the hospitality here at Have Life. Yeah, just bragging. I'm a little disappointed because they paid me already, so I feel like this is a free show. And you kind of like to get an envelope at the end, you know what I'm saying? But I've already spent that money, so it's good. Yeah, I already spent it. But I thank you so much for allowing me to be here, man. As Pastor Show say, this has been a year. A little over a year, y'all, because, I was a good steward of my money prior to the pandemic. Old folk would say, save something for a rainy day. But I hadn't saved for a rainy year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they said a rainy day. Yeah, I ain't know it was gonna be that long. When they was like, yeah, we shutting down the world, I'm thinking about 2 months tops. So at first I was capping, I was good, because, I had money saved. Folk was trying to give me shows. I was like, nah, I'm good, because they were doing these little virtual shows. And, I ain't want to be a part of that. Yeah, this little virtual stuff. I'm like, nah, I'm good. And that was like, when it first started. But around June, I was like, nah, what's up with this virtual stuff? I didn't even have a Cash App. Listen, I ain't even had no Cash App for the pandemic. I didn't. I didn't have no Cash App. One of my guys, he called me. He had a little Corona comedy club on IG Live. And my first thing was, bro, how do I get paid? And he was like, well, you got to get a Cash App. We put it on the screen. And when people like your jokes, they tip your Cash App. And I was like, that sounds like a stripper. I'm not, I don't get paid by the joke. I do a whole presentation, Yeah, I don't do that. But I ain't gonna lie, I only had to do 10 minutes on IG Live. First time I did any virtual show. And in 10 minutes, them folk had tipped me $800-something. Yeah, and I owe Cash App an apology. Because I'm trying to get Cash App on everything now. I'm trying to get it tatted on my chest. Trying to get on my driver's license, my license plate. I love Cash App. Yeah, I love it. But but let me get into it. I don't want to go too far in this because, the big thing for me is I told my pastor this. He ain't like it, but, it's good to be honest with your pastor. You can be honest with him. And I told my pastor, I know the Bible say don't do this, but I am very weary in well-doing because I'm tired of, virtual service. I'm a cat. I like to be with the people, and I ain't gonna lie. Years ago, I used to pray to God for a church break. Yeah, like growing up as a kid, by my dad being a pastor, my grandfather, my great-grandfather. And so I would pray to God for a church break because I grew up Baptist. I'm just trying to tell you, because I need you to feel me. I grew up Baptist. Watch this here, missionary Baptist. Yeah, and for those of you that don't understand that, we was at church like if it's 7 days in a week, we were at church 7 days. But I'm gonna tell you what a Sunday was like growing up at New Peaceful Rest Missionary Baptist Church. All right? Man, we get up on Sunday. We had a thing back in the day called Sunday school. See, some of y'all don't even know what that is. I feel in my spirit, you that's watching virtual, you don't even know what Sunday school is. Sunday school was where you could prepare. That's where you would learn all of the parables, all the beatitudes, all the commandments. You know, Sunday school was where you could help the pastor preach. Okay? While when he up there, you know exactly what he talking about because you went to Sunday school. But now if a pastor get up and say, you got to do what David did. Folk, but David. What David is he talking? You don't even know. You don't know because you didn't go to Sunday school. Right after Sunday school, it was about a 10-minute break and we went right into morning worship. Okay? Right into morning worship. Now, at my dad at church, Sunday school started at 9 and then morning worship started at 10:15. We didn't get out till 2. That's too long. Anytime you somewhere 4 hours, it should come with a check, a stipend, room and board, a manicure, a pedicure, a massage, a glass of wine. Amen, amen. Anytime you somewhere 4 hours, and my daddy would always say stuff like, I'm on my way to my seat. 30 minutes later, I'm on my way. I know Pastor Show don't do this. I'm on my way to my seat. And I'd be like, bro, did you forget where you were sitting? Do we need to bring the seat to you? And then some Sundays, he gonna say stuff like, I'm getting ready to close. I don't know why church folk don't know how to close. I mean, when I go to Target, 9 o'clock, close. Church folk always, I'm trying to close. I'm looking to, get on out of here. So then after morning worship, we had a thing called 3:30 service. 3:30, this every week. Now 3:30 service, sister, was where they celebrated annual days. Pastor annual day, church annual day, choir annual day, usher annual day. Everybody had an annual day. And then when they ran out of annual days, they try to jazz it up. And then they want to do 100 women in hats. So you got all these fruit baskets and these satellite hats with the veil hanging down. 100 women in red dresses, 100 men in black suits, and only 30 people be there. I tell my daddy, you are wasting the church's lights. And then after 3:30 service, BTU, Baptist Training Union. This is night school for the saints. I've already been to Sunday school. So, to make a long story short, I was saying, listen, I used to pray to God, can I get a church break? And like the old folks say, he may not come when you want him. But in 2020, by way of COVID-19, he was right on time. And so I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed not having to go to church for about a month. I did. About a month, I enjoyed it. But then I was like, ugh. Now I ain't gonna lie, a couple things about virtual service I love. About 2 things. First thing I love about virtual church service, however you want to call it, my church in Houston starts at 9. And I get up at 8:59. You can't beat that now, come on. I just wake right up, do this. I don't brush my teeth. I don't do nothing. I just wake up, grab the phone, I'm in the bed, I'm straight. I love it. I ain't got to find nothing to wear. I ain't got to drive, all right? I ain't got to park and shuttle over to the lot, I ain't got no mean usher trying to tell me where to sit. I want to sit here. No, up close. No, man, let me be comfortable. Love that. Another thing I love about virtual service is that at my church, we still was taking communion. Yeah, and my pastor says, get something in your hand. Yeah, my pastor say, get something in your hand. I'm a very smart young man. I know something in this context mean anything. And for years, I wanted to upgrade communion. I mean, we have been eating that cracker and drinking that grape juice for far too long. Don't y'all think it's time to supersize? Now, the Bible said bread and wine. Stop me when I'm lying. It said bread and wine. So ever since we've been in virtual service, I no longer do the grape juice and the cracker. We have upgraded to Hennessy and a honey bun. Oh, won't he do it? Have you tried it? Yes. Listen, I know some of you going, no, you wrong. No, I'm not wrong. Listen, if you want, look, put that Hennessy in here is like evangelism. If you want more folk to have life, you put that Hennessy up in here and see what happens. They be like, oh, I love Pastor. I love his vision. Do they have these to go? I mean, y'all church gonna just grow tremendously. Yes. That's what I love. Now, those are two things I love about virtual service. But here's what I don't like. Here's what I don't like about virtual service. Here's what I don't like. First thing I ain't like, I don't know what Pastor Jack and Pastor Show, I don't know what they've been doing up here, but my pastor, he tried to make me think I'm still in the sanctuary. Dog, I'm not there. He tries his best to make me feel like I'm still in here. I'm in the bed, naked. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm just gonna be honest with you, because I think pastors need to hear this. Listen, I know I'm not here, okay? Virtual church is like, have any of y'all ever sat in the overflow? At somewhere, you've been in the overflow. It's like you at church, but you not in church. You understand what I'm saying? You at church, but you're not in church. Do you know the Holy Spirit don't even come to the overflow? I ain't like, go to a church. They been here just having a Holy Ghost good time. And y'all been overflowing, the Holy Spirit be like, they should have been on time. It don't even come in there. That's why folk in the overflow be mad. They mad because they late. They watch it on a little bitty flat screen. They don't have this. They don't have this. Yeah, they mad. So, and he always like, he be touch your neighbor. This is my pastor still today. Virtual service, touch your neighbor. I'm like, listen, I'm laying next to my wife. You about to start a new type of praise and worship. Yeah, because we naked. Yeah, we sleep naked. So I don't know what you're trying to get started around here. Yeah. Why is it? So I don't like that. I don't like that that my pastor, watch this here. I don't like that he now for us talking in church. Yeah, everything now is put it in the chat. Somebody need to type what he just said. Like I didn't hear it. I just heard what you said. He say something profound. He went, hey, somebody need to type that. And I start talking. Hey, stop talking in church. I'm trying to hear the man preach. He started telling people to talk. And I remember before the pandemic, folk would have their phones and he would scold them. Yes. Can't put that phone down for a minute. And now, hypocrite. Look at God. Huh? Won't he do it again? Yeah. So those are some, how I've been doing this pandemic. How I've been making it during the pandemic by the grace of God. Y'all, one of my homeboys in Houston, he's on the club circuit. His name is Ali Sadiq. He's on the club circuit. He's a Muslim cat, and he likes the Christian to travel with him. Yeah, watch this. He's a Muslim cat, but he wants the Christian to travel with him. Yeah, I'm just trying to show y'all a different way of evangelism. You ain't got to beat them over there. Just do you. They'll like it. And so, watch this. So, I've been traveling with him because during the pandemic, the churches had to close. But the clubs was wide open. Church closed. club open. And, you know, folk was on me like, Marcus, you in these clubs? I was like, yeah, Marcus got, you know, like bills. Yeah, I got bills, yeah. 2 things in my life that are faithful. God and bills. And my bills so disrespectful during the pandemic. They showing up with no mask on. They not even in the envelope no more. They just showing up. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to these clubs, you know, because I'm taking care of my family and things of that nature. And I tell you what, it's no treatment like the church. I appreciate the club, I do, but it's not like the church. See, I hear a lot of people always talking about the church people and church hurt and all this here type of stuff. And I don't subscribe to any of that. I was talking to Pastor Show in the back. Hey, the church didn't hurt you. Deacon Brown did. Deacon Brown hurt you. Don't blame it on the whole. Just go to Deacon, just say Deacon Brown. Yeah. He was in these streets. He was doing his thing. I mean, don't put that on the whole church. So, you know, I'm a fan. I'm a defender, you know, of the church because, like, y'all, watch this. When I travel, go to these churches fly me first class. I mean, can I tell my testimony? These churches fly me first class. For those of you watching, that's where you sit in the front of the plane. You know, you get on first. You get off first. You can have drinks or drinks. I mean, they have both of them up there. I'm just saying, it's first class. When them clubs fly me, listen, I live in Houston. I go do a club in Dallas. Why do I have a layover in Afghanistan? I mean, who booked this ticket? Who booked this? Who thought that this was gonna be a good ride for me? You want me to come and perform well, and you got me all these stops. Somewhere that was a 3-hour drive, okay? Watch this. Them churches put me up in 5-star hotels. 5-star. Oh, let me tell y'all what that is. 5-star hotel. That's where you have valet, concierge, restaurants, bars, room service. 5-star hotels, that's where your room is on the inside of the building. Oh, I'm finna bless somebody. When them clubs book me, they put you in inns. Inns are these little bitty hotel motels with Holiday Inns. That's it, sister. That's it. And they brag on stuff like free Wi-Fi, airport shuttle, continental breakfast. It sounds very exclusive and expensive, but that's nothing but granola and some spoiled fruit over there. Inns is where your room is on the outside of the building. Do you know some of our greatest leaders, had they not stayed in inns, would still be alive? Yeah, they still be here. Lastly, them churches pay you with a good check. Listen, a good check. I already told y'all already paid me. Man, almost made me, y'all resemble like a white church. That's what white churches do. When I go to the white church, they give you all your money up front. They really believe in God. I mean, they stepping out on faith. Don't you ever give a black man all his money before he do the job. I'm lying to God. Y'all, I got that thing. I ain't gonna make it. But them clubs pay you with a check with instructions. You ever got one of them checks? Somebody give you a check and be like, say, hold that till next Thursday after 4. You like, God damn. When do I get it? When do I get it? So yeah, been in them clubs, and I'm telling you, I've been having a good time. You know, real good time. But I'm happy to be back where I belong. I'm happy to be back where I belong. Yeah, this is where I belong. I belong here. All right, so listen, over the pandemic, I have been writing, you know, been writing. I have written 2 brand new projects. 2. Yeah, I've been 2. Yeah. Now, before you get to clapping, I ain't done them yet. I don't know if they work or not, but I do want to try some of my stuff tonight. 2 projects. The first one, it was called Stuck in My Ways. I realized over this pandemic that I'm stuck in my ways. Watch this here. Stuck in my ways. Because a lot of people think that means you set in your ways. And stuck and set, 2 different things. Like, I want to be unstuck, but I'm just so used to doing it a certain way, and I don't even know how to even start doing it another way, because this is the way I always wanted to do it. Like, for instance, the reason why I never had a Cash App was because, man, for years, I would see my daddy and my grandfather, when I asked for money, get that wallet out and turn their back. Take out a 20 or something and lick a finger and crumble it up to make sure it was only 1, it wasn't 2 stuck together, and then give it to me. And I could not wait to become grown where I can do the exact same thing. And now that I'm grown, they're saying, Cash App me. I don't want to Cash App you. I want to turn my back, and do what I saw my daddy. So I'm stuck. I was stuck in my ways, right? And sometimes, people, they use that to, he's stuck in his ways. Got it, make it seem negative. But it's really not, because you got to remember, it took people a long time to get this way. And just because the world changed like that, don't mean I'm just going to automatically change like that. So let me tell you, y'all, in 1991, this is when I graduated from high school, 1991. I graduated from high school in 91, 91. And I played ball. You can see it in my swag. I had scholarships, boy could hoop. But back in my day, they had a test you had to take called the SAT, like a little stupid test, called the SAT, right? And when I took the SAT back in my day, you had to make a 720 to be eligible to play collegiate basketball. I took the test and made a 600. Look at you judging. Oh, you real dumb. I see. I saw the judgment right there. Says, ooh, you gave me church hurt. So, watch this. People was just like you though, sister. They was like, how you do? I was like, shoot, I didn't pass. They were like, what you made? I was like, a 600. And they were like, dang, you get 200 just for putting your name on it. I like, calm down. So I took the test again, Second time I took it, I made a 660. Yeah, did better, still failed. So my coach was like, ooh, you might want to take the ACT. I said, all right, let me take that one. That's another test, little bias test. And I took the ACT, and when I took the ACT, in my day, you had to make an 18. I made a 16. And so my coach was like, ooh, you're going to have to go to a community college. Now, let me tell y'all something right quick. I probably would have passed the test had the test been in a better environment, okay? Had they took the test, we could take it like in a club, with some music playing, stuff like that. I would have been more comfortable. But it was always in a cold little room, a white man walking around, keep looking at me like I'm cheating. I would if you stop looking at me. Maybe I could get a couple of these answers, but just want to let y'all know. So anyway, I went to this community college called Angelina Community College. I'm trying to show you how I'm stuck in my ways. I went to this Angelina Community College, okay? Did not want to go to Angelina Community College. Didn't want to be a part of that because at my high school, I come from a very high school where everybody goes somewhere. All my boys, where you going? Notre Dame. Where you going? Miami. Where you going? Duke. Then they get to me. Where you going? Angelina Community College. And they make you say it again. Where? I was like, man, you heard me. So anyway, went to Angelina Community College. It was somewhere I did not want to go. But sometimes it's the places that you don't want to go. Always be the places that you need to go. Because at Angelina Community College, they taught me 3 things that I have used ever since they taught it to me. They taught me structure, they taught me organization, and they taught me presentation. Structure, organization, and presentation. So I spent 2 years at Angelina Community College, and then I graduated. Well, when I graduated, the same schools that wanted me coming out of high school, they still wanted me now. But I started reading the book of Mike Jones. That's not in your Bible. But a verse of Mike Jones says, back then, didn't want me. Now I'm hot, all on me. And I didn't want to go to those schools now. And so at that time, Different World was real big, and I wanted to go to a HBCU. And so I was going to this university called Southern in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's where I was going. I was going to go to Southern. And then my mom and my dad, they called and said, hey, bro, we will help you get a car if you go to Texas Southern. Now, I was going to Southern because I had a little boo up there. Had a little boo. Need to go up there, keep my eye on my boo. But when my mama and my daddy said they helped me get a car, I knew with a car, I could get another boo. And so, I'm just saying, you get another boo with a car. And so, I came back to Houston, and I went to Texas Southern University. Now, when I get to TSU, Texas Southern University at this time is the largest HBCU in the nation. 13,000 students. We're so out of compliance. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how out of compliance the school is, and so forth and so on. So I'm at TSU, and if I did not have structure, if I did not have organization and presentation, I never would have graduated from TSU, because at TSU, they had a thing on the yard every day called a DJ. This is a learning institution with a DJ on the yard every day. I'm trying to go to class. I'm walking past the student union on the yard, what we call it. I'm on my way to science, and all I hear is get it ready, get it ready, get it ready. Talk that stuff, now roll, and them girls out there, hey, and I'm trying to go to class. Oh, man, come on, man, come on. Come on, now the devil show is busy. Ain't he busy, right? So, long story short, I get out of Texas Southern University. I thought when I graduated from TSU that there would be jobs just ready to capture me. Just get me. I thought jobs was going to be just ready and available for me, but I went straight from the graduation line to the unemployment line. Both of them long. Right? Both of them long. So now, y'all, I'm in the middle of just, I'm just taking jobs. I got a job here, I got a job there. I don't have time to tell you all the jobs I had. I've been fired. I did this thing over COVID, over the pandemic. I have been fired 14 times. I'm not bragging, I'm sharing. I've been fired 14 times in my life. Some of them my fault. Some of them, my mouth at that time, terrible. And I ain't talking about cussing, my mouth was terrible, just like, I don't need y'all job. Y'all stuck here, not me. I'm just passing through. You know, and it was stuff that you say to yourself, you just ain't supposed to say it out loud. You know, I was just like, yeah, this your life. I'm just passing by. And they be like, get out of here. I'm like, I'm gone. Okay. So watch this here. So y'all, at this time I'm married. I get married my first year in grad school. I get married. And I tell my wife, I said, look here, sister. I have dreams before I have you. And so what I need you to do is allow me to chase my dream for 5 years. For 5 years, Erica, I don't want to hear you say nothing. Look at some of you women, I couldn't do it. I know you couldn't. She could. And so, listen, I said, I don't want to hear you say nothing about a job. I say, man, don't say nothing. And watch this, and I need you to get a job. Look at the women. I ain't lying. I said, I need you to get a job and let me chase my dream for 5 years without hearing no mouth. And y'all, she did it. Pastor Jackie, the girl did it. She had a good job. She got her a job. And listen, I say it's going to be days you're going to come home and it ain't going to look like I ain't did nothing. And I say, and I haven't. Today was a thinking day. So a man thinketh, so is he. Today was a thinking day. I'm just saying, that's what it was. So y'all, during that time, boom, I'm working these little jobs, but then I got hired as a producer for this show called Hits from the Streets on BET in D.C. And so for 3 years, from 99, 2001, I was this producer up there. Back and forth to Houston. Wife never said a mumbling word. When I finally got fired, I think the third time from BET, because when you work with BET, you get fired. You got to ask anybody that work at BET, they've been fired 2-3 times. And so last time I got fired, I said, I'm coming home, and I'm just finna be, your husband. I ain't lying. I stuck to my word. Came home, boom. First job I got past the show was a staff job at this church. I thought working on staff at the church was going to get me closer to the Lord. I thought working on staff at the church surely going to have me reading my Bible more, praying, fasting, all that good stuff that I hear people lie about on Sunday. Man, now here's the thing. Working at the church, it's a great job, but it's definitely a calling. It was some things about working at the church, it didn't fit me. I didn't like. First thing I didn't like that I had to lie for my pastor. Let me show you what I mean when I say this. No. Y'all think negative. This ain't negative. Back when I was on staff, if the pastor wasn't going to be there Sunday, you had to keep this a secret because people wouldn't show up. And at the time, my pastor, he was doing this thing. He traveling a lot. And so folk would call the office. Pastor going to be there Sunday? I'd be like, shoot, come see. I'm just saying, I was trying not to lie. Because I saw people come to church on Sunday, don't see the pastor. They be like, oh, man, come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on, man, we're going to my mama church. Come on. They just leaving. I ain't like that part. Second thing I ain't like the fact, of these greetings at the church. When you work on staff, see, all the greetings are the same way. You walk in, they be like, hey, sister, how you doing? Blessed. Hey, Sister Fleming, you all right today? Ooh, too blessed to be stressed. Brother, for real, how you feel? Shoot, too anointed to be disappointed. And I just wanted to come to work and tell the truth sometimes. I just want to walk in, Brother Wiley, how you feel today? Cursed. What? Cursed. Yeah, me and my wife ain't equally yoked right now. And no, I don't want to pray. Yeah. Another thing I ain't like about, last thing rather, I ain't like about working at the church, I ain't like the fact that it's like you couldn't call in sick when you well. Yeah. Yeah, you can't call in sick when you well because it's like you lying directly to God when you work at the church. Because, we don't use no sick days to be sick. That's stupid. I go to work sick. Why don't you go home? I ain't wasting them days. When I'm sick, I'm in Miami. I'm in Vegas. Yeah. I'm sick then. I ain't sick. Oh. But when you work at the church, it's like you call in, I use y'all church, you call in, have life ministries, how may we serve you? Be like, hey, Pastor Show in. No, he ain't came in yet. Who's calling? Well, this Brother Wiley. I'm a little under the weather. Just let him know I ain't gonna be coming in today. And instead of them just saying, okay, get well, and hang up, they want, oh, well, wait a minute. His wife here, Pastor Jack, let me get her to come pray with you. I don't want to pray. I'm lying. Can I just be lying for a minute? Can I just be lying? So I ain't like all that. I didn't like all that. So here it is, y'all. So I'm working at the church though, but here's the thing. I'm working at the church and we have a Christmas program. And I was a little funny dude at the church. And so they was like, Marcus, come host the Christmas program, for free. I ain't lying, they just using me. And so I get up there and I'm hosting the Christmas program, just having fun. I know everybody, all that good stuff. And so what ends up happening is after the program, a lady calls the church and says, hey, I want to talk to the comedian who hosted the Christmas show. And they was like, comedian? Ain't no comedian up here. They was like, no, the guy that hosts the Christmas show. They're like, oh, you talking about Marcus. He ain't no comedian. I just said, I was show you something. He ain't no comedian. He's like, well, yeah, but he was funny, so I want to get in contact with him. They was like, okay, well, I'll give you his number. So they gave lady my number. The lady calls me. Hey, my name is such and such. I own this coffee shop. We celebrating 1 year of existence, our 1 year anniversary. Love for you to come do your comedy at the coffee shop. Here go me. I ain't no comedian. The lady say, but you was funny. I say, yeah, but I was funny in front of them people. They know me. I ain't no comedian. She said, well, you was funny to me. And I got $500. For y'all to really understand this, at the time, I'm only making about $1,200 a month at the church. And here's a lady with $500. One time. I made it past the SAT. But I know how to calculate this. I want to tell you, a lot of times, man, people will see stuff in you you don't even see in yourself. So I tell the lady, I'll try it. That's what I told her, I'll try it. I go to the coffee shop. I'm just telling stories. I don't know how to put jokes together, but I have structure. I got organization. I got presentation. So I'm just telling stories from college. I'm just shooting them out there. The people having a good time, seem like they are anyway. And so, boom, 3 days later, I didn't save myself. 3 days later, 3 days later, the lady calls me and say, hey, the people really enjoyed you. And we want to do this once a month. And I'm going to pay you $750. I was this close to calling the church and saying, listen, I am sick forever. I was this close. I was, I was this close. But I said, okay. I said, okay. I said, boom. So we started doing it. Went from 1 show to 3 shows. Now, I was coffee shop. I only seated maybe about 100 people, but it was nice. Then, pastor show, this big-time pastor came in. That's why I love a big-time pastor. Big-time pastor came in and said, man, park this car right in the front where it say no parking. Remember like it was yesterday, just had that thing right there clean. I said, yeah, no parking, okay. That boy came in, that boy said, say, man, come here, man. Hey, man, he said, hey, I like what you're doing here, but shoot, man, I can't get my people in here. Yeah, we can't fit in here. Can you do this at my church? I said, yeah. He said, how much you charge? And y'all at the time, I ain't even know my worth. I said, $750? He said, that's all? Man, I'm a double that. I said, all right. So I did it at his church the next month. Did it at his church. He got all his pastor friends on the front row. I'm doing my thing, boom, boom, boom. After the show, hey, brother, love what you was up there doing. Man, can you do this at my church? I said, I can. They said, how much you charge? $1,500. Yeah. I'm telling you. I didn't pass the SAT. And then from that moment, y'all, it just started bloom. It started bloom. It just started going. I remember the lady on the coffee shop, she said, listen, I'm also a CPA. She said, and you don't need me now, but you gonna need me. I ain't lying. Got to start listening to the people around you. Especially when they talking right. It's funny how we'll listen to someone, you're gonna be just like your daddy. We ain't got no problem internalizing all that. But then when somebody say something fly to you, just brush that off like it ain't nothing. So anyway, so boom, y'all. I'm doing that. All of a sudden, I'm hosting this show for these uppity black people. I can't remember the name of the group. But they very, very uppity. Everybody in there was suited and booted, had on, nice clothes. And I'm up here just performing, and they giving me them little laughs like, So anyway, that night they were honoring Yolanda Adams. I had never met Yolanda. They were just honoring her. And I'm in there doing my thing, and they barely laughing. But Yolanda and her table is just falling out. And that's when I learned, you ain't got to make everybody laugh. You got to make the right people laugh. So lo and behold, she was getting this little show, this little morning show. And they had another comedian that they wanted on the morning show. And some kind of way the contract didn't work. I like to say God blocked it. That's what I like to say. You talk to him, he gonna say something totally different. But Yolanda, they was like, we finna give you these other comedians. She said, no. I saw this dude that I think would be a good fit. And they didn't know me. They was like, who? You like, I don't know him. She was like, yeah. So went on the show and I auditioned for 3 straight Fridays. And on the 3rd Friday, I'm saved again. On the 3rd Friday, she says to me, hey, you got the job. I wish I could tell you the whole story. But anyway, got a job because I'm trying to hurry up and get to where I'm going. So I get the job. And for 10 years, Yolanda Adams morning show, watch this here, good ratings. I wouldn't even know ratings, dude. It wasn't until we got fired till I had to go check, right? Because I was like, why did we get fired? You know? I wasn't tripping, but I was like, I wanted to know after a while. I was like, what happened? It wasn't to do the ratings. It was just some inner conflict, you know. It was just some inner conflict. Yeah, wasn't because of poor performance. It was just some other things. But anyway, and so when we got fired from the radio, as God is my witness, I was like, I done been fired 13 times. It's not a big deal. I ain't lying. I was like, it's not a big deal. I get fired all the time. Right? That's why it's good to have practice. Like, because for other people, that'll crush you probably. You be like, oh, my 401k and all that. I don't have that. It don't crush me. I got money under the mattress. I got money in the safe. I don't have all that security like y'all have. Dope money and joke money is kind of the same. It's kind of the same. It's kind of like the same money. It's not like the same money. It's dope money, joke money. It's a thin line. It's a thin line. So anyway, watch this. I wasn't tripping. But what happened is when we got fired, the world was changing. And I missed it. The world was changing. I was getting everything that I wanted and wasn't paying attention to the world changing. I was treating the job I had like a record label when I should have been treating it like a rental car. See, record labels, they act like you family. They give you a chain and long as you hot, you're a part of the fam, because we were still hot, But rental car, yeah, I'm just using this. And then when it's over, move on. So we would have over 2 million listeners every morning. But then when we got fired, because I wasn't paying attention to, hey, you need to be building up your social media. So when you do get fired, because you're going to get fired. you're going to get fired. You could take these listeners with you. So when we got fired, I wasn't even on social media. I didn't even want to be a part of it. I don't even like it. Now, don't get me wrong. I love what it's doing for some people. Man, people have come up. I ain't got no problem with that. I don't have no hate. Man, go get that money. People always think when other people get money, they taking my money. They not taking your money. That's their money. Yeah, they not taking your money. Like, oh, man, that boy, he working. He taking my gigs. No, he not. Okay. So, watch this. So, I don't like, it was some things about social media like I ain't like. It's like, for the core of it, I just don't like. Start off with just followers. I grew up, don't you be a follower. Listen, this is a rule at my mama's house. The quickest way for me to not go somewhere is for me to tell my mama everybody gonna be there. Mama, can I go today? Why? Everybody gonna be there. Not everybody. Because you ain't gonna be there. Man, listen, I'm telling you that she was just totally against anything that everybody was doing. And for years, I've been just the same way. When they say everybody on Facebook, not me. Man, everybody on this social media now, not me. Because this was the ways that was kind of like I was taught. What I don't like about social media, I don't like the fact that people have no shame. What happened to shame? No, listen, no, really, I want y'all to pay attention. What happened to shame? Has shame left the building? Nobody is ashamed anymore. Let me show you what I mean. Y'all, I'm pretty decent dude, just real talk. When I was in college, I was the designated driver. Matter of fact, that's my podcast. Go check it out, subscribe, whatever. It's called The Designated Driver. That's what I was in college. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't fight. I was a dude that was gonna get you from point A to point B safely. Watch this here. I'm a designated driver. I'm not better than you. I know better, but I ain't better. I'm going to the same party you going to. Matter of fact, I'm driving. Yeah. So I ain't trying to put myself on no pedal. But what I'm sharing with you, watch this. So I had partners that did all the stuff that I didn't do. And I tell you, they ain't had no problem smoking, drinking, and they just throwing up. And I would tell them, boy, you are just sorry. You're horrible. And do you know, in their stupor, they'll be like, anybody see me? Be like, no, come on, get over here. Don't let them see me like this. This didn't mean that they wasn't going to do it. But they had a bit of shame about them. I don't want nobody to know. People who I knew smoked weed when I was going to school, they didn't want people to know they smoked weed. It was illegal. I know it's getting all legalized now, but it was illegal. It wasn't a good look. So even if you like doing it, you didn't like everybody knowing you did it. And if they found out, you were ashamed. It's no shame on social media. Then I don't like secrets. Listen, I'm a fan of secrets. The Bible declares the secret things of the Lord. It's in Deuteronomy, I think 29:10, somewhere up in there. Yeah. This is what the Bible gonna tell you. This is secrets. People always look at secrets like there's it's something negative. No, it's called my business. It's my business. That's all the secret is. Back in the day, I remember when a man would lose his job. Watch this. He lose his job. He don't want nobody to know. Your mama tell you, hey, don't say nothing about your dad that lost his job. He a deacon at the church. They almost don't want the people praying for him. Oh, he praying about me, about no job. I'm going to find me another job. Yeah, I'm just trying to show you something. But now, oh my God, it's no secrets. I know stuff about it. I mean, they just put it out there. It's like somebody said, man, put a price tag on this secret. Secrets can be bought now. But see me, listen, when I die, I'm going to have the heaviest casket in funeral history. Because it's going to be full of secrets. When they pack me out, they're going to be like, well, he wasn't that big. Yeah. Got a lot of secrets. Got a lot of them. So anyway, it was so much stuff about social media that was against the ways how I was raised. And so it took me a long time to get a part of this new culture, this new thing, you know. And people always tell you, and this is what I learned too over the pandemic, man, when people say, all you gotta do, well, why don't you do it? If that's all I got to do. Man, all you got to do is turn it on. Okay, let me say this, I'm gonna get off this. Y'all, the last thing I'm gonna say, because I'm trying to remember my notes, but the last thing I'm gonna say, because I told you I haven't done this material yet, it's not worked out. But the last thing I wanna say is this. What's crazy is people on social media don't even care if it's good. It's so bad now, I don't even know what's good and what's not good. People send me stuff and I be going, this is what y'all tripping on? And then I see somebody be like, oh, this is live. And people just be, no, it ain't. I mean, so I'm confused. I don't even know what's good no more. But what I noticed over the pandemic is you got a lot of cats, men and women on social media, they hot, but they not done. Just go pay attention. And I'm sure you see it, Pastor Jacket. A bunch of preachers came out over the pandemic. I mean, just thinking they got a word and, you know, I'm like, yeah. You got a whoa. You ain't got the RD. You got a whoa. And woe is he who started a ministry during the pandemic. Listen, I'm just saying, what's there? They hot, but they not done. Because that's what social media is, man. You go viral, that's hot. But that don't mean you done. I done ate a bunch of hot food that wasn't done. And you know what that caused. Salmonella, food poisoning. And that's what we have a lot of on social media. Again, I don't want y'all to think I'm anti it because I'm not. I'm just saying what's out here, you gotta be able to decipher. Yeah, because at the end of the day, I don't want to hear God say, well, hot. Well, hot. You want to hear him say, well done. I'm about to close for the first time. One of these social media guys told me, he was like, man, you need to put that Bishop Secular on social media. You need to start doing it. I was like, oh no, I killed, when I got fired, I killed Bishop Secular, you know, he's dead. And he was like, man, but you need to start doing something. You just start doing just whatever. I say, man, I've been trying to sit back. I'm trying to think, what's my place on here? He's like, man, you got a lot of content. You got a lot of material. You'll just do anything. I said, nah, I don't feel comfortable, you know, just putting anything on there. He say, dawg, it don't even matter. He say, stuff I put on there, I don't even like it. But the people just eat it up. And I wish I could do that. I wish I could. I wish I could just serve you hot food that's not done. The man say, just put out there. Anytime you see somebody that posts something every day, they are not a genius. It cannot be good every day. Every day. I'm up here. Do you think this stuff I'm talking about for 45 minutes just came out the blue? I have nipped, tucked, edited, cut, all this. You think I just get up here every day? I got something new today. It takes a minute for it to be done. I'm trying to get unstuck, but I am stuck. in my ways. Have life, church, man. Thank y'all for having me. I'm Marcus D. Wiley. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.